right, it's the season of wearable weavings. This is a project I like to do close to the end of the year because it's very fun and low-key. You just need some simple materials: cardstock, a circle tracer, something to trace with, scissors, and yarn. First, you're going to take your circle tracer and trace a circle on your cardstock. Cardstock is paper that's a little bit stronger than construction paper. Then you're going to carefully cut it out and throw away the extra trash. The next steps are very specific, so I'm going to show you on a whiteboard. With your circle, we're going to make cuts on the top, bottom, left, and right, and then in between those spaces. It's kind of like a compass: north, south, east, west. You're going to need 8 cuts all the way around and then a cut in the middle. Let me show you what this looks like in real time. With your scissors, you're going to take just a little bit of a snip. Don't get too aggressive with the big cut or your loom will fall apart. So as you can see, I'm doing the first 4 initial cuts. Almost looks like a compass: north, south, east, west. And then I'm going to divide in between those spaces with another small cut. All of these cuts should equal 8. Ensure that you have 8 cuts. You're going to fold carefully your circle in half and make 2 diagonal cuts to the left and to the right. That will create an opening kind of like a diamond shape, and you are good to go. I almost forgot to tell you to put your name on the back of your loom. If you don't put your name on it, you might not get it back next time. All right, it's time to get your strings of yarn, and you need 7. So go ahead and get 7 colored strings of yarn. You can have multicolored or all the same color, it's your choice. But once you have your 7 strings, I want you to take them to your table and line them up so that at least one of the ends lines up straight like I'm showing you here. I will come around and tie a knot, or you can continue watching the video and try to tie the knot yourself. Make sure that you allow for some space at the end, about 1 inch or 1.5 inches, and that extra space will allow us to tie it around your wrist. Once you have the knot, you're going to carefully push it through the opening of your loom. The tail is going to be at the bottom or underneath, and then you're going to use the long strands or strings of yarn and place them in the little notches that you've created. To me, it almost starts to look like a jellyfish. You have 7 strands or strings of yarn and 8 notches, so you should have 1 blank space, and that's where your thumb is going to go. Get your loom ready and then place your thumb on the blank space, and that blank space is always going to point towards you or your belly button. From that blank space, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, take the third one up and down where your thumb is. Then you're going to twist so that open space or that blank cut is going to be pointing towards you, and place your thumb on that blank space. Then you're going to count 1, 2, 3, take the string up and down where your thumb is, place it in the notch securely. Every once in a while, use your fingers to kind of comb out your strings of yarn, and then you're going to turn your loom so the blank space is pointing towards you again. I'm going very slow in the beginning, but once you get comfortable, you can speed up the process. If you feel like you're an expert and your neighbor is not, maybe you can pause and show them how to do it. Troubleshooting with your wearable weaving. Sometimes, if we're not paying attention, our yarn can get tangled at the bottom. So every once in a while, take a look and use your fingers to comb out the string until they're nice and straight and you're ready to go again. Oops, it looks like I've placed my yarn in the wrong notch. That's also something that can happen when we're weaving. If you're worried about it, you can always undo your strings and reapply them to each notch. If it's not perfect, it's okay. It's still going to look great when you're done. No need to get upset. All right, it's time to finish. When you're done with your wearable weaving, you're going to carefully take the strings out of the notches, making sure that you still have a long tail left to tie a knot. You can tie the knot, or Miss Weaver can come around and tie the knot. Then, with all the extra string we have, we can place it on your wrist, tie a double knot, and then we can trim the extra part off, and you are ready to wear your weaving. Congratulations. I hope you had fun and you can make many more.